Hi, hello, good morning, everybody. In this video, we are going to discuss about our JK flip-flop. So in the previous video, we are going to discuss about what is the meaning of a flip-flop and SR flip-flop. So, and how we are going to write the excitation table as well as our characteristic equation. Okay. Same way, looking for JK flip-flop. What is JK? JK flip-flop. Why we are going to call JK flip-flop, and what is the excitation table and characteristic table? These are all things we are going to discuss in this video. Okay. JK flip-flop is a refined or improved version of your SR flip-flop. So almost my JK flip-flop and SR flip-flop both are same. Just we are going to change, instead of JK, we are going to use SR. So S instead of SR, we are going to use J. So S and R operations same, K and R. Sorry, S and J operations are same, R and K operations are same. Let's look it out. So what is the problem in SR flip-flop? Okay, so version SR54 that has been introduced to solve the problems of indeterminate state that occur in SR flip-flop when both the inputs are 1-1. So you already know that once we see the SR flip-flop, if both the inputs are 1-1, so we are going to get the indeterminate state. You can see that if both are it is 1-1, we can't predict the output value whether it is a 0 or 1. So in order to overcome this one, we are going to use our JK flip-flop. Okay, input of J behave. See, you can see J behave like a yes and K behave like an input or, and S J is nothing but set and K is nothing but it is a reset. Okay, so then how to construct the JK flip-flop? The JK flip-flop we can construct using two latches. So one it is NOR latch or by using the NAND latch. Similar structure how we are going to construct our SR flip-flop. Same thing only using NOR and NAND latch. Only difference it is some extra connection we are going to made in our JK flip-flop. Okay, let's move on to a construction of JK flip-flop by using SR flip-flop constructed from NOR latch. So same thing. So NOR latch, how we are going to, by using the help of NOR latch, we can construct a SR flip-flop. Then how to modify my SR flip-flop to JK flip-flop. So now to do this one, it requires SR flip-flop construct from NOR latch and two other connections. Only two connections. You can see that this input, if I'm not going to connect it, so here also, if I'm not going to connect it, this is your SR latch. Sorry, SR flip-flop. So nothing we constructed by using NOR latch. But if I'm going to connect it, the outputs are connected to the input, then it is taken as it is JK flip-flop. Okay, just construction I'm going to show here. Next, suppose if I'm going to construct it by NAND latch, same thing. So first you need to construct our SR latch, SR flip-flop using NAND latch, and later you just do some connections, then it become, so two other connections if you made, it become, it is a JK flip-flop. Let's check it out. Same thing. So you already know that if I want to construct a SR flip-flop from the NAND latch, means it's require a NAND latch along with the two NAND gates. So extra part it is, I'm going to use the input for this one, it is taken from the QN bar, and the input from this one we are going to take here K, we are going to penetrate from the QN. If you want a clear explanation of these two circuits, you can watch the last circuits, then easily you can see that. And also I explained the some other videos, you can watch that. Okay, so here in this video, I'm going to explain just how to construct it and how many gates we have. That's all. Okay, next here it is. This is a logic symbol of our JK flip-flop. You can see that J and K are my inputs and we are taken Q and Q bar of JK flip-flop. So Q and Q bar are outputs and J and K are inputs. Next, how to write the truth table? See, almost my SR flip-flop and JK flip-flop truth table, it is same thing only. So here we're looking for J value keep 0. My present state either 0 is there or 1 is there. It should be follow same states. Suppose if my K value is 1 is nothing but kill. So means my output, whatever the state it is present in the present state, then it become the next state it become it is 0 0. Suppose my J value is 1 1 is nothing but it is jump. So I'll get my output on the thing, but the next state value is 1 1. So present state either it is 0 or 1. And finally, this is a condition. Extra part it is, what is the difference between your SR flip-flop and JK flip-flop? This is the only thing here. You can see that if my JK value it is 1 1, then my qn value present state it is 0, next state become it is 1, and present state it is 1, next state become it is 0. So it is a toggling condition. So finally I can see that, so this one we can reduce here. X is nothing but either value, it is a value, it is 0 or 1, we don't know. So we are going to take it is either value. Suppose my jk values are 0 0, then it give the qn value. So previous state, whatever state it is there, it will come same thing. See, you can see that 0 0 here also 0, 1 1 here also it is 1. Okay. Next, suppose my k value it is 1, then it is a kill. Whatever the value of a present state, the next state value it is 0. Suppose if the value it is j value it is 1, it nothing but jump. So output value will get 1, and present state value either value it is 0 or 1. Next it is jk value it is 1 1 is nothing but it will get the toggling condition. Suppose previously qn is there, next it is qn dash, so automatically it will be a toggle. Okay, this is a truth table of our jk flip-flop. Still we can reduce this one. So how I'm going to reduce jk, it is a next state output if I want means. So 0 0 qn, 0 1 0, 1 0 it is 1, and 1 1 is nothing but qn dash. It is a toggle state condition. So it is only one changes the difference between your SR flip-flop and JK flip-flop. Okay. Next it is how to write a characteristic equation. So you can see that how I'm going to write the characteristic equation. You can observe that if my characteristic equation, why I'm going to use and how we are going to get. So I'm going to write the next state. I am going to write the K map for the next state. So here I'm going to write the K map for the next state is nothing but here. I'll take the inputs are JK and one of the input it is QN. JK versus QN I'm going to write. I'm going to get QN plus 1. So just I'm going to enter the values. You can see that first it is JK value it is 0 0, and qn value first it is 0. Suppose if it is 0 means what is the value you have 0. Suppose jk value it is 0 0 only, here 0 0 only, but suppose qn value it is 1. 1 is nothing but what is the value you have 1. So simply you just fill the value 0 1, here it is 0 and 1, next it is 0 0, just you fill the 0 0, next value it is 1 1, you don't fill here, it is just go to end. So here we need to fill the value it is 1 1, next it is 1 0, and now you fill the value it is 1 0. Next, we'll go to the grouping. I'm going to group these two as well as corner grouping. So just do the grouping and you can see that what is the common terms here. It is both the cases it is JJ, K it is very changing. That's why it is J value with what is the value you have horizontally. You have a QN bar row wise. To take this one J QN bar plus, then what is the value you'll get here it is. You can see here it is. What is the common term between here and here? K bar and K bar, because J it is varying. And what is the value you have? QN. QN K bar plus J Qn bar. This is the value. Qn plus 1 is nothing but Q dash of Qn dash J plus Qn K dash. This is a characteristic equation of your JK flip-flop. Next, how to write my excitation table. So excitation table is nothing but, so we are going to predict our inputs by seeing the outputs. So suppose if output states is there, then how I'm going to predict my inputs? Let's check it out. For a given combination of present state Qn and next state Qn plus 1, excitation tables tell the input required. What is the inputs are required? Let's check it out. First condition, this is my truth table. So okay, in this case you can see that if both the values, see my qn values where it is 0 0, so here qn and qn plus both are 0 0, and in this case also qn and qn plus 1 states are 0 0. In these two cases you can observe my jk value. My j value default it is 0, but k value either the value is 0 or 1. So this value I'm going to take as a x, and j value it is taken as a 0. That's why suppose my qn and qn plus 1, the value if I'm going to take, my s value it is 0, but my r value it is okay. Sorry, it is not a SR, it is a j and k values. If you take a j and k values are 0 and x. Okay. Okay, you can see that j and k values are 0 and x, what we are going to get. So next it is So next value, if suppose my Qn and Qn plus value it is 0, 1, then what is the value we can predict? We can see that, you can see here also 0, 0, 0, 1. Here it is, we can see that we have a 0 and 1 and 0 and 1. If my Qn and Qn plus 1 values are 0, 1, then we can predict the value of J and K. J value it is default, it is 1, and but K value it is changing 0 and 1. So that's why I'm going to take as J value it is 1 and K value it is taken as a EX. Similarly, if you predict the next value that is 1, 0, suppose if it is 1, 0, my Qn and Qn plus values are 1, 0, and here also it is 1, 0, then K value it is fixed, it is a fixed the value of it is 1, but J value it is varying 0 or 1, both it is varying. That's why I taken as a J value it is X, and K value I'm going to taken as a 1. Okay, next. So last condition it is 1, 1. Suppose if it is 1, 1, Q1 and Qn plus values are 1, 1. So you can see that my K value it is fixed, it is 0, 0, but J value it is varying 0 to 1. So it's nothing but I'm getting here it is X and 0. Okay, so these two values what we are getting. Okay, so this is the excitation table of our JK flip-flop. Next, you can see the waveforms of that one. So you can see the waveform. So I already told that J value, JK flip-flop and SR flip-flop almost same. And in this case, I'm going to take a positive edge of clock. The data it will be changing. For example, if we have a 0, K value it is 0. If it is 0, 0, so whatever the previous value, we don't know. Suppose if the previous value is 0, 0 only it is carrying, and Q bar it will get the complement. Next, J value, suppose if I'm taken as a value it is 1. So in this case, you can see the value it is 1 and it is 0. If it is J value it is 1, K value it is 0. So previous value it is 0 means you can see that it is jump, or we are going to call it as a set. So we're getting this value, and as it is, we will be getting 1. Next, suppose if the values are 1, 1, I already told that the values J and K is 1, 1. So when come to our SR flip-flop, we unpredict the value. But here you can see that both are it is 1, 1. Then whatever the previous value it is 1, right? It is complemented. 1 become here it is 0. And again you can see that. So in this case also the values are 1, 1. Next clock pulse. But suddenly, for the next clock pulse, what happens is very, very important. JK flip-flop is toggling. For first clock signal, 1 becomes 0. For the next clock signal, this 0 become it is 1. Is go to toggling condition. Okay. Next, in this particular condition, you can see that if both the values are 0, 0, then no change, right? No change is nothing but previously suppose 1 means same value it will come to here. Okay, and you can see here also 0 and 0, because the value maybe it is changing here, but the value looking for in this edge will get the 0, 0, it maintain the previous value only. And next state it is 1, 1. Suppose is 1, 1 is nothing but you go to toggling condition. Suppose 1 is that it becomes 0. Next, if it is 1, 1, then 0 become it is 1. So in this way, we are getting our JK flip-flop, and this is a waveform our JK flip-flop. Hope you understand this. Okay. Next. Next, we're looking for a D flip-flop. What is the meaning of D? D is nothing but data flow flip-flop. The D flip-flop track the input. So it is nothing. Output does not change. Whatever the input you are given, we are getting the output. Nothing we are getting extra thing. But why I'm going to use, sir, whatever the input we are given, output we are getting. So then what is the use? Now to store as well as just like buffer, we are going to use our D flip-flop. The D flip-flop track the input making transition with match those of the input D. The D stand for data. The flip-flop store the value is on the data line. It will just store the value. Suppose if I want to store whatever the data is in the data line, I can use a D flip-flop without changing a output. Okay, it can be thought of the basic memory cell. Generally, we call it a basic memory cell, and D flip-flop is modified of SR flip-flop. We can modify SR flip-flop. We can modify JK flip-flop also. So generally, we call it as a modified of SR flip-flop. Okay, let's take a construction of my SR flip-flop. It's very simple. So how to construct our construction of our D flip-flop from SR flip-flop? You have S and R, Q and Q bar, right? You can see this is my SR flip-flop. In the SR flip-flop, if 0 0 QN is there, 1 1 is there, it is invalid, and 0 1 0 and 1 0 it is 1. And you can see that if my S is value it is 0, QN plus next state also it is 0. You leave these two states, top and bottom, 0 0 and 1 1 state. You observe here, 0 is there, Qn plus 1 state also it is 0. Suppose S value it is 1 is there and it is Qn plus 1 value it is 1. Then what I can see that, you can see, and so my S, D and S value almost same. I need to get the same output. Here it is. Directly I can connect my D value. And R value you can see, if it is 0 is there, it is complemented. So here it is 1 is there, it is complemented. So I can get the complemented value to here. Then easily if my value it is 0, S value it is 0, and it's complemented it is 1. 0, 1 means what is the value I'll get? This value only it is passing to here. Okay, suppose the S value it is 1 here and complement value it is 0. Suppose if it is 1 0, then 1 only it is passes to here. Then this is a small circuit. It is constructed by using SR flip-flop. So how to construct a D flip-flop from SR flip-flop means very simple. Just we are going to use one NOT gate between S and R value, and yes, it is connected to D input. Okay, next, how to write the truth table for this case? You can see that, so general expression of D and C is nothing but here it is clock, don't worry about this one, and Q and Q bar I'm going to take in here. C and D, it's a clock, it is 0, it will not get whatever the value of my D, I'll get the previous state only it is maintained. Clock it is high, then only the changes will be occur, just like nothing but its power supply just we are given to the flip-flop. If it is 0, I'll get 0. If it is 1, I'll get 1. So no changing in the data. Whatever the data is there, I will get the output. Only just storage purpose we are going to use. Next, how to write the characteristic table? So it's very simple. See, for the characteristics table, how to simplify easy way, we can see the JK and SR. It's very, very important. Same way I can do here also. You can see that Q1 value, for example, it is 0 and D value it is 0. Then Qn plus value, what happened? So just my D value and Qn plus value, it is following same thing. Then directly I can write, if you take a K-map and you can write, not an issue. My next state value Qn plus 1, directly I can write it is D. Okay, so no changes, and this is a truth table, directly you can write. So otherwise you can check and write 0 0 is there, so I'll get it is 0, and 0 1 0 is there, it is following 1, 0 1 is there, it is following 0, 1 1 is there, then yes also it is 1. Directly D and Qn plus values are same, then directly I can write Qn plus 1 is equal to D. And characteristic table, so you already know that, so it is following D value. And excitation table, you can see that if both the values are 0 0, so if both the values, my Qn and Qn plus values are 0 and 0, I'll get it is 0. And anywhere it is 0 0 is there both the values? No. Next 0 1, you can see that a Qn value it is 0 and here it is 1. Anywhere it is 0 1 is there? No. Then you can directly write it is 1. Similarly 1 0 1 and 0, what is the D value? It is 0 directly, anywhere it is there? No. 1 0 it is 0. Next it is 1 and 1, I'll get it is 1 only. So it is nothing. Qn plus 1 and D values almost is same when come to excitation table also. No changes. Okay. Next, waveforms, how I'm going to write? It's very simple. Whatever the D values is there, then it is follow my Q value, but it's based on your clock. That is very important. Here it is clock, looking for an high edge. Suppose in this case, so my value it is 1. That's why my Q value it is 1. Next, it will go to the next pulse. Suppose if in this case suddenly it becomes 0, but output it will not changes to 0 because always it is looking for the clock signal. If my clock signal it is changes from 0 to 1, it is called rising edge. Okay, in this case it will observe my D value. So in this case my D value is 0. That's why suddenly my Q value become it is 0. Suddenly it is increasing, my D value suddenly it is increasing, but no changes in my output until any clock pulse it is arises. So now next clock pulse it is arises and checking my D value. So in this case it is 1, then output changes to 0 to 1. Suppose previous value it is 0 only is there, means it should be maintained the same state. And Q bar will get the exactly complement of that, not an issue. Okay, hope you understand this. Okay, this is about our D flip-flop. Next, I'm looking for the T flip-flop. T is nothing but toggle flip-flop. So it can construct by using JK flip-flop because we already know that toggling condition. Toggle is nothing but you'll get the complement. It's continuously 0, 1, 1, 0 we are getting, right? So here it is why JK flip-flop, we already know that if the values of J and K values are 1, 1, then it is output, it is toggling. So it's very easy to construct. Just I'm going to construct a JK flip. This is my JK flip flop. If I give the input is T, if I'm going to short a J and K value, and if I give 1, then it is a toggle. And if it is 0, 0 means if I give 0, both are JK values, both are 0, 0, then no change. Then how I'm going to write here? You can see that T value. Suppose if it is, we don't know about 0 and 1. Suppose my clock 0, clock value it is 0, no changes. It will maintain the same state, QN state only, present state only. Suppose if values clock it is 1, then only it is changes. And I'm taking it is a 0 value. Suppose if you take is 0. So here you take 0. And here also becomes 0, right? J and K values are 0, 0. Then Q and Q complement values, what we are getting? No change. No change means present state value only. That is QN only we are getting. Okay. Suppose T value it is 1. T value is nothing but presently, suppose previously it is 0, next state it is 1. Suppose next state it is 1, present state it is 1, next state it is 0. So we will getting the complemented value, that is called toggling condition. So this is a small truth table of our T flip-flop. Okay. Next, so characteristics table. So you can see that here 0, 1 is there. Suppose if it is 1, then Qn value is 0, next value is 1. Suppose Qn value is 1, T value is 0, no changes. This will carry as it is. Generally, it is looking for add one detector, so we are going to use. Okay, so generally, how I'm going to write this one, and if you go and substitute in your K-map and simplify, I'll get Qn plus 1 is equal to Qn XOR of T, because you'll get the diagonally. If you're looking solve the diagonal, so I'll get it is a Qn XOR of T. This is a characteristic equation of our T flip-flop. Okay, then how to write the excitation table? It's very interesting. You can see that 0, 0. Anywhere 0, 0 is there? No. Then directly, if both the values are 0, 0, then directly I can write T value is 0. We can predict that. Okay, next 0, 1 is there. You can see 0, 1. Anywhere 0, 1 is there? No. We can predict the value is 1. 1, 0 is there. Yeah, 1, 0 here it is the value is 1 only is there. Okay, 1, 1 is there. Then T value is taken as a 0. So almost both for D and T flip-flop excitation tables are same. The difference it is you'll get that in the D flip-flop you'll get 0, 1, 0, 1, but here it is 0, 1, 1, 0. These two it will get the complemented. That's all. This is the excitation table of our T flip-flop. Okay. Then how to write the waveform for that? You can see that this is my clock signal, what I'm going to take in here. Okay. Then T flip-flop, this is my T flip-flop, what we're going to take in. And you can see that T value suppose 1. I'm looking for positive edge of my clock. Suppose value it is 1. Then what is the previous state you have? 0. Next state become here it is 1. Hope you understand. Next, in this case, this is my clock. I'm checking my T value. T value it is 0. If it is 0, then maintain the no changes, previous state only. Maintain the previous state only. So we'll get the same thing. Okay. Next, again I'm checking the clock. The value it is 1. Suppose if it is a value it is 1, then what will get? So suppose 1 become here it is 0. So 1 value become here it is 0. Why? It will come to toggling condition. So 1 become it is 0. So similarly you can observe remaining all the cases. So waveforms it is coming here. So this is the waveform of our T flip-flop. So hope you understand. So here it is in the last video and this video we are going to discuss about a JK flip-flop, a D flip-flop, SR flip-flop and T flip-flop, waveforms and a representation, truth table and symbols, characteristic equation and excitation table. These are very, very important for exam purpose. Okay, thank you.